just want to say, by the way, this really is like therapy. I actually really look forward to our conversation.
Even though we talk all the time.
I know.
All right. I was really annoyed with myself today. I can't get into my thinner shorts. I need my fat shorts, but I threw them away thinking I'm not going to gain any weight.
You can take from me.
But
Those
I'm
would fit you.
disappointed in myself.
But you were proud of yourself for the trajectory that you were going in. I have a pair of jeans that haven't fit me since I pushed my second out of my hoo-ha. And I'm like, I am going to fit into those jeans one day.
You need to have gold jeans.
Those are my gold jeans. I will probably never reach that goal. We sure are. That was our tech guys. Like, I hope you're filming. I have these in my closet. They don't go up my thighs.
He was quiet the whole time. And
he was here the whole time. He's listening. They don't fit up my thighs, but they're my gold jeans.
And you got to have your gold jeans or your skinny jeans. You got to have your normal average jeans. And then you got to have your bigger jeans.
Yes, I have the big jeans and the average.
So I threw away my average. That's crazy. Who does that?
You know what? I think people do that and you could borrow jeans.
Well, thanks. But what a lesson learned. That was a crazy call. Don't ever get rid of your average. Oh, well, you've been going to the gym.
I have been going to the gym. I'm very proud of myself. I have literally not gone to the gym since before I had kids.
I'm so proud of you.
It's a big deal for me. I'm definitely the least strong person at the gym, but it's fine. I'm enjoying it and I sweat. It feels good to sweat.
I've been going to the gym, I think, for 3 years pretty consistently. But do you know when I knew that I was looking good? One of the gym coaches
hit on you.
No, my God. Man, woman would have accepted that. Yeah. That would have been great. And this is a great segue into our next podcast. Calling out assholes. I think when it comes to calling out assholes, two things happen. And I think it's just fight or flight. You either freeze up and you don't even know how to address it.
Which happens to me a lot. I freeze up.
Happens to everybody.
And then I go home and then I say, I wish I freaking said this that I thought of 20 minutes after it happened. I need to be more feisty in the moment.
I think with situations like that, it will come when your backbone's ready to address it. I was at a doctor's office that I can't go to anymore because I was sitting in the waiting room and the woman in the front desk was taking intake. And this medical assistant came out and asked her a question and the snapped at her, told her, when you talk to me, this is how you need to talk to me. And you should be able to figure that answer out because the chart's in my hands. And it was such a nasty conversation between two people, especially in a professional setting, working together, that I stood up and I flipped out and I was like, excuse me, do you even realize how you're talking to this person right now? It is disgusting.
Good for you.
I work with a team of people and never do I talk to anybody that way. I was so irate.
I love that you did that because you put an asshole in your place. If someone's being an asshole, I just look at you like, you're just shitting on everything. Why are you being an asshole? It's not fun.
But it is fun for them, but not when they get called out.
I am better about calling people out, but I still have moments where I freeze. Sometimes I just look back and I say, wow, that person really needed to be called out and I didn't do it.
Well, if they're still in the room, would you go over and then be like, I know what I want to say?
I've thought that before, but I feel like when you call an asshole out, it has to be in the moment. It's so much more meaningful in the moment, right?
In the moment, I think it means more to you because you stuck up for yourself. Do you think that?
And that you're able to think of what to say so quickly on your feet. Oh, wait, I did call somebody out. I was so proud of myself. Oh, it just came to me. I was at the dog park. I was with my kids and 2 dogs. And there's these older women who forgot what it's like to have young kids who are just looking at me and judging me. I have pretty rambunctious wild kids. So, one's running, one's touching the dirt, one's playing in the grass. God forbid they do any of that stuff. She's just eyeing me and making comments and then looking at me.
This is already way too much. I would have been like, hi, can I help you?
So maybe next time I should be like, oh, is there anything you want to say to me? But we walked out at the same time and I said something like, your dirty looks were really unappreciated. Do you know how hard it is sometimes to be a mom with young kids? And she was like, no, I wasn't. And I was like,
her out, so she started.
No, but you were. In my head, I was thinking that. And I said, no, you were. And then I walked away.
A little disc. I like that. Wait, so that's really good because you put a funny spin on it.
I was pissed. And I came home and I remember telling my husband, I was like, I'm pissed. Because you know what? That is when I find asshole situations come up a lot is the people that either do not have kids or forget what it's like to have young kids and they are sitting there and either judging or making comments to these poor mothers who are dealing with their little kids. You're not the one dealing with them. Please don't make rude comments.
Why do you care? You're not involved. Remember
in the restaurant.
That's exactly what happened.
Listen, we know that our kids sometimes don't behave in a restaurant.
They were fine, actually.
Were my kids fine?
It was the end of the meal, and our kids got up, and they were kind of near a table with a woman who was older, and she was really not okay with our kids getting up, and it's a smaller restaurant. We were leaving the restaurant, and she was very bothered by the fact that our kids were standing, kind of jumping around a little bit, waiting for us to get ready to leave.
But my kids weren't being crazy.
But then finally,
so passive aggressive.
I just noticed it all. What did I say to her? And then calm down. We're leaving now. You know, enough is enough already. I'm just so over people. I understand that people have different personality disorders. I get it.
But you still need to be called out for being an asshole.
Yeah, I do it all the time to people now. And it's not because I like to.
But I think that it's okay to call an asshole out for being an asshole.
You were really mad about the person on the sales floor.
Was it in Whole Foods?
Yeah.
I have a job. My clients, I am there to help them. If I was an asshole, why would they want to work with me? It's the same thing in any customer service
job. But they don't care.
I was such a Karen. I went to her manager and I was like, this girl was very rude. I sounded like my mother, who, by the way, told me that I should wear my hair down in the podcast and stop moving so much, and that Melanie sits better than I do. So thank you for the feedback, Mom. I'm really trying. There is a fine line between calling people out for being assholes and not wanting to be a Karen.
I don't recommend being bothered by absolutely everything that happens in the day.
I'm not bothered by it. I let a lot of things go.
Some things that you witness that you just can't really be okay with not saying something. And that's when I do.
What you did was amazing because you didn't stand up for yourself. You stood up for somebody else who really needed that in the moment.
I think it's really important for people to do in general. In fact, I even asked the girl next to me who was totally a pussy, did you hear her? Come on, let's go report this. Because it was so nasty. I'm like, come on, girl.
Let's do this.
That was really nasty. Let's take this bitch out. She's been doing it for years. Don't show up in a mood.
I actually have one more calling out story that I'm very proud of myself.
Oh, yeah.
Some fucker across the street, this young guy, decided to do fireworks.
But you're sensitive with fireworks.
But this wasn't July 4th.
Fine.
This wasn't New Year's. It was just some random night. I have kids. I have dogs. Nobody likes fireworks. Well, the kids like fireworks. I don't like fireworks when they're sleeping. My dogs don't like fireworks any point at any time.
Yeah.
It was late. He lives across the street. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I walked across the street and I said, excuse me, it's very late at night. Can you stop doing fireworks?
Did you say it in that tone of voice?
I was really upset. Yes. He made it worse. He goes, I'm sorry, ma'am. Do I look like a ma'am? Am I 70 years old?
That is more offensive than the fireworks.
Yeah. I was so offended. Don't call me ma'am.
I actually remember the first time somebody called me ma'am.
I've been called ma'am a couple of times and it really bothered
I'm like,
me.
I'm old enough now to be a ma'am. I'm looking behind me. Oh, where's the ma'am?
I do have a huge wrinkle between both my eyebrows. So maybe people just see that wrinkle and they're like, she can be a ma'am now.
I'm contemplating if I should really step up the whole Botox thing.
This wrinkle really bothers me and I'm pretty sure that's why I was called a ma'am several times in my life so far.
It's a real serious word.
I still want to be carded.
I don't get carded.
I don't think I appreciated being that young.
I was so fucking wild and it was fantastic. I had no responsibilities. I did whatever the fuck I want when I wanted. I smoked cigarettes.
For like a year I did.
I know. I can't believe that.
I know.
It was great. I was so wild.
I was wild too.
Totally YOLO experience for me. It was wonderful.
But don't you feel that you didn't appreciate being young when you were young?
No, I did.
I don't think I appreciated it enough.
It used to be like, I'm going to pop this cigarette so hard because one day I'm not going to be able to.
YOLO, for sure. Smoke those cigarettes. Drank a lot. Partied a lot. I tried cigars too. I don't think I ever said to myself, I'm only going to be young once. Did you ever say that to yourself? Did you ever say, oh, I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity or this situation because I'm only going to be young once? I don't think I was in that mindset. I think I was just in the moment.
I was definitely in the moment. I knew that eventually the level of fun I was having would dry out. I feel like how much fun we have now is just not as much fun.
I had so much fun today. I got a pedicure.
Yes, that's fun.
Ooh, that was a good day. That was a fun day. That's my bar.
Yeah.
Maybe I should set it a little higher.
I think that sounds like a really great day.
Your expectations change when you're a mom. And just remember, you're not alone. We deal with assholes too.
I think it's nice when people you feel sympathetic for you don't call them out. I think it's nice when you
Right,
think,
you
oh, they're
choose,
probably
of
having a bad
course.
day. I sometimes think that you're put in certain situations to advocate on behalf of others.
Absolutely.
So I do whatever speaks to my soul and whatever speaks to me.
The woman you defended, I bet you she came home and said, someone did something really amazing for me today. I bet she thought that or said that or shared that.
I'm just so over people putting other people down. I can't even be
We're
around
over
it
it.
anymore.
We're over it.
But you want to know what's real tricky? When you have those people who are assholes but talk in a nice tone of voice so you can't detect it. That one's hard.
I was actually just watching a show last night where they were saying how to talk to your husband when he annoys you, but how to
What
say
is
it in
this
a
show?
really nice way. It's called Working Moms. Have you seen it? She's like, when you're annoyed at your husband, talk in a way where you're giving him feedback and you keep saying the word I, but smiling. Like, I feel that when you do this, I get frustrated because and she just kept going on. And then one of the moms goes, yeah, I don't think that's going to work. And then she goes, then follow it by a blowjob. And she goes, okay. We wrap it up.
Yeah.
We want to hear about any situations that you have dealt with an asshole, how you navigated it, how you dealt with it. Was it funny? Did it go well? Did it not go well?
Yes, all of the above. This message, drop us comments. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know if you want a shout out on the next podcast for sharing your experience.
We want to hear from you. We are here for you. We're listening to you. And we're the Relatable Moms, Jojo and Mo.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Bye, girl.
guys.
See you.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.